Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I promised you we were going to make this. We are making Afghani ground lamb and eggplant pasta. It's very good. Now we're going to need some eggplant. How much do they want? A medium eggplant. I got some small ones. I don't know. They want you to dice it up into 1/2-inch cubes. So I'm going to be trying to dice it up in 1/2-inch cubes. Well, this one's a little thick. Well, they'll probably come all sizes, knowing me. Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. I didn't get this quite right. No, that's closer. Oh God, this is far from getting a 1/2 inch. It's near an inch. The way I have 2 eggplants here, I'll probably cut a lot off before I get it straight. It's what we have to do with them, that's why I'm careful. If you don't get them quite a 1/2 inch, I mean, don't worry about it. Come close to it. Some of mine weren't, so I had to try. That's why I got 2 eggplants, knowing me. Not cutting my hand again. I've already gone through that. So remember, you don't have to cook fast. Just take your time and do what you have to do. Now I do have something I think about, and that is I can, okay, as I continue chopping this up, I can. I don't use preservatives in my food when I can. I don't have to. Why do they have to put it in food in the store? Because that food is so old. They put the preservatives in so it'll last. Now, women know that they can. Some things can last up to 5 years. Some things can last up to a year. Some 2. We all have different levels that it can last. And we don't use preservatives in the foods that we can. And we can meals and stuff. So there's no excuse for businesses to can with preservatives. They choose to do that. Now comes the question, why? Remember when I told you that the companies look for things that make you addictive to it, so you always go back and buy it? For all we know, it could be the chemicals they put in there, which is triggering us to crave it. And that's a real possibility. I don't have the answer. I'm not going to tell you I do have the answer, because I'd be calling myself a liar, because I just don't know. But just think about it. Why does your family crave certain foods? I make a lot of dishes. I don't have preservatives in them. And my sons don't come back at me saying, I want this or that. You buy Doritos, okay? You buy potato chips. You buy pre-made pizzas made and stuff. Or McNuggets and stuff. These people get addicted to it. I think it's the chemicals. I mean, drugs, people get addicted to drugs. You know that. Because we have a drug problem in this country. So, who is to say they're not doing it? Putting these chemicals in. Fancy name chemicals. Chemicals and drugs are the same thing. Who is to say they're not using it to make our families addicted to it? And to please them, women will buy it just to basically, and here's the term that nobody likes here, to shut them up. You don't know. I'm still cutting the eggplant up. So we don't know. Those might be the things that our bodies are addicted to, and we have like a withdrawal from it. Wonder if that's enough eggplant. I think that's enough eggplant. Don't you think that's enough eggplant? Yeah, that's just about it. I'll wrap those up and cook them. Okay. Let's see what I can put them in. Let's see. They're thin enough I can make an eggplant sandwich. Yeah, simple as that. Just put them in here and put them in the refrigerator. So think about it. If you can, why are they putting preservatives in? When, if you're canning and I'm canning, we're not putting preservatives in, then there's no excuse. And we use sugar or honey or maple syrup or something, that different kinds of sugars, but we do not use chemicals to sweeten it, and we don't use corn syrup unless we're making candy. That's the only time corn syrup was used, unless you were making a pecan pie. You have to put it in the pie. But other than that, we use these other sugars and we don't hurt. But we also know that corn syrup is very addictive. Once children get a taste of candy, they're like hooked on it. Oh, I like this. Now my sons, and I've got proof of this, my sons were, let's see, Danielle was about 2 years old and Sean was about 4, in that range, okay? And this man, and they had never had candy. They didn't have sodas. We made the sweet drinks in the house, and they had desserts at home, so they didn't know what candy was. And what happened was, is we met a man, and he really liked the family, and he said, could I give them some candy, please? And we hemmed and hawed about it, and we said, oh, okay, because the man pleaded. We said, okay, they get 1 piece each. That was the worst mistake I made. They got a hold of that, and that went out the door. They didn't want desserts. They wanted the candy because it was sweeter than the desserts I was making at home. And that's how they get you addicted. So if you're buying sweets outside and you're buying candies outside and like muffins and cakes and stuff, they're putting corn syrup in this stuff. And they found out corn syrup is addictive because it's so sweet. That was the worst mistake I ever made, was introducing them to candy unless I made it at home. Anyway, let me get the other ingredients together. Okay, get another bowl. We're actually going to be separating things. You're going to have to cut up this carrot. Do they want it diced? How do they want it done? Shredded? How do they want want a finely chopped carrot. And why am I cutting in smaller pieces? Because it's easier to handle. See, they like all of these. Chefs like everything the same size, chopping and all. But I'm not. I come close, and that's just about it. I bought some smelts. I might fry those up with the Williamsburg buns. And I might take out the some butter, season some butter up, and serve it for breakfast tomorrow. Though my sons will probably have coffee with it. I won't. Me and coffee don't get along. Sodas and me don't get along. Tea and I don't get along unless it's herbal. The only soda I used to like sodas when I was little, because we had 7-Up. We would get pieces of orange and lemon in it because it was real juice. And Pepsi, you could taste the prune in it, but you don't get that anymore. And it used to just be sugar. They have corn syrup and all these other things added to it. And we only got 8-ounce bottles. They didn't have these big ones that's causing people to become diabetics. We had the little 8 ounces, you know. And we returned them to the Coke place, and we used to get a penny or 2 cents for each bottle we returned. And we didn't return them dirty. We cleaned them. We didn't break the bottles and everything else. And my father had beer. It wasn't in a can. It was in a bottle. And we could return bottles. And we used to get money for it. Do I have a bowl? Yes, I do. So as you can see, they want them really fine like this, but don't worry, they're going to break down because they're going to be cooking for a while. Sandra, you hurt this finger, it's going to start bleeding again. Keep slamming it. I gotta get my head together. All right, they want leeks. I've got 3 of them here. No, 2 big ones here. I hope this does the job. for what they want me to do. Two cups of finely chopped leeks. Yeah, right. Okay. I'm just going to trim the bottom a little. That's all you're going to do. Then we'll get ready to deal with this. Because it's dry on the bottom, that's not what you want. It'll be tough. What you're going to do is take your leeks and we're going to quarter the bottom. Cut it in half like that. Make a quarter turn. It should fan out like this. Okay, you see how that's done? What you're going to do is run water through this to get the dirt out because the dirt's all in there. So you spread them and make sure that you get that water running through them. Because if you don't, you're going to have sand in your food. And we're not using the dark green. We want the white and the light green only. I might have to put an onion with this. I bought 5-6 leeks, but just looks like they're just going to give me a problem. I can take a little more. Now see, you're coming into the dark now. That isn't what you want. You want to be very careful you don't do that. Let me cut this in half so I can get it over to the side. Okay. You can do the same thing with this one. See, it's got dirt and stuff on it. This is what we're going after. It's also on the inside. That's why we're going after it. Quarter turn. And now we're going to get the dirt out of this. Yeah, you're very dirty. I see it. Let's see if I can get some more of the other one. Okay, that should be about 2 cups. I'm measuring it. And you put this actually with the carrots. All right, you're going to have to get, let me get this in here. This can go out in the trash today. I just don't have any more room. You need 2 canned Italian-style tomatoes chopped, which comes out to 3 and about 3/4 cup tomatoes if you're using tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, and you're peeling them and chopping them up. Okay, I think we're getting ready to cook. Not sure about that yet, but we're getting there. Okay, we're going to need salt and pepper. I'm sorry we're not ready yet. We're getting close to it. Sugar and pestle. We're going to need some salt and pepper, and it doesn't tell us how much. It just reads salt and freshly ground black pepper. Do you have a grinder? That's just as good. Done making this, we're going to have to make pasta. I think fettuccine will be nice. You know, the wide one? Okay. Should add as much salt as I do pepper. Okay. We got this going. Now let's see what we need next. Okay. You want ginger? Do I have to chop ginger? Okay, we're not done chopping yet. Now we need a tablespoon of fresh ginger. So let me get all that and find another bowl to put that in. Okay, this is a great discussion about ginger. Peel or don't peel. My husband taught me point blank, you do not have to peel the ginger. Just, you're going to mince it anyway, Sandy. I said, okay. So that's what I do. I leave the skin on and just do what I have to do. Because you usually don't find big pieces of ginger in any food. It's usually pretty fine and chopped up. Okay. Get one part started and we'll just start chopping up. And we'll put this in a bowl because everything's going to sort of be laid out differently. We'll start putting seasonings together so we can get this going. Now I listen how they say metabolisms and stuff. Well, there's so many chemicals in the food, I think it's killing our metabolism. Just be careful you don't cut your fingers. I mean, look, I do it for everybody, okay? That's how I look at it. I give you all the warning signs. Please don't. Okay, put the ginger in there, and we'll see what seasonings we have to put together. And I will probably have to get my measuring spoons. Didn't I get them out? Okay, I did not get my measuring spoons out. All right, salt and pepper. We're going to be dealing with the eggplants, okay? We know that. I think I'm done chopping. Please let me be done chopping. This is a lot of chopping. Got a clean area here? Okay. Okay. I hate to tell you to get another bowl. I almost feel guilty to say get another bowl. Okay? I'm going to feel really guilty about this very shortly. All right. They want us in a bowl. We need 1 teaspoon of salt. You notice I'm using iodized salt for this recipe because I got to make some more. All right, so that's in that bowl. And to this we are going to be adding a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I'll do that after. I can't do that right now. The garlic. I got to chop garlic now. Pull the cutting board out. And you do not need another bowl because we're going to put this with the ginger. So add that teaspoon of salt. Well, I can't do the black pepper. I'm sorry because I have that sitting already. Get some ginger. We're going to need a whole tablespoon of ginger. We're going back to chopping. Okay, I peeled the garlic. Now I'm going to have to mince it. I tell you, I read this recipe last night. I was buying fresh herbs. They want them chopped up here and there. You should always sharpen your knives after you're done with them. Do you think there's any more chopping? I'm almost afraid to say that I'm done chopping. I've said it 3 times and I've been wrong each time. So I'm not going to say anything. We'll just see what they want us to do. I can't do the pepper because I have salt and pepper for the eggplant right now. So we'll have to I have to hold off. But if you're going to add your pepper to the garlic and the ginger, you'll need a 1/2 teaspoon of that. Why do I have to add water? Okay, I think we're getting, shoot, we're not. Look, I ran out of bowls, okay? Now look, I only have so much I could do. Get another bowl. This is another whole section. So we have the tomatoes to the side. We have the leeks and carrots to the side. We have the eggplant done. We got the salt and pepper that goes with the eggplant. Okay, so what do you want me to add here? Now we're going to be adding spices into here. All right. Wait a minute, stirring chili powder, spices. Oh, don't get another one. We're gonna work with the tomatoes now. You put stuff into the tomatoes. Juice and all from your 2 cans. All right. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, the garlic's getting in there. We need chili powder. Where's the chili powder in this? All right, we need 2 tablespoons of chili powder added to your tomatoes. I know this is going to be a long video as I go through all this. Oh, God. 1. Okay, we got 2 tablespoons of chili powder with our tomatoes. Chili powder, which spices? Okay, we're just going to go through. There's a whole bunch of spices here we're going to have to go through. Okay. A tablespoon of ground coriander. Okay. You need a tablespoon of paprika. Okay. You need a tablespoon of turmeric. Okay, this will give the color to the curry. Okay. Okay, we got that. We need a half a teaspoon of ground cumin. And we need 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Fourth of a teaspoon of cinnamon. And 1/8 a teaspoon of clove. Okay. All right. Lemon zest is next. I'm going to finish grating this lemon peeling. They want a half a teaspoon of lemon zest. Now, I haven't been watching the news for the last 4 years because there was nothing interesting to watch because I got tired of all the lies being given to me. Now I'm watching news from morning to night. I'm using half of a lemon peeling and I'm grating it off very carefully. And I figured that will cover me. Okay. Now we have to move the book. They want, wait a minute. They want the lemon juice. Oh, this is gonna hurt my hand. 2 tablespoons. That's really gonna get me screaming. I have found out that a whole lemon gives me just about 2 tablespoons. Okay, you can see that I'm putting everything here. Oh, let's go this way. I can avoid this at all due cost. Okay. They say you might have to add more lemon juice. They're not sure. They sort of left that open, you know. So don't think that 2 tablespoons is it. We might have to add more. Now, you can put this aside, I pray. Now, is there anything else I have to do? Yes, Sandra, where did you put your glasses? Okay. Okay. We have to make tomato puree. You don't have to buy it. It's real easy to make. I just have to find it. All right. They want a 1/2 cup of tomato puree. I'm going to show you how you can make your own instead of having to buy it, which is much easier. Let's see. Where did I've got to think of where I put everything. Okay. Number 1, we need 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm saving you money by showing you how to do this. Okay, you're going to put 4 tablespoons. This way you don't have to waste tomato paste and think, oh, I got to buy tomato puree. You can get away with this. Okay. Because I know a lot of people don't use all their tomato paste and it ends up in the trash. But here's a way you can use it and save yourself from having to buy tomato puree. Now you're going to add 4 tablespoons of water. Cold water, that's all. This is the consistency. Oh, it looks just like tomato puree. Consistency. Boy, if I can get that word out today, I'll be doing good. And this should give you a 1/2 cup of it, tomato puree. Yes, it does. That's how you do it. Equal amounts of cold water and tomato paste will make that for you. Then you don't have to spend the extra money. All right. And put that into your tomatoes. Your tomatoes are getting a lot of stuff in them. I use this earlier with the hook. You're saying, I know. You're probably saying, what does she use that for? Believe you me, I only used it in water. Okay, we got all of this together. We have this together, except I have to put pepper in here, but I can't do that because I have salt and pepper in here right now. All right, we have our vegetables over here. The lamb. Where did I put the lamb? Okay. We need 1 pound of ground lamb, which I have right here. You can see I got everything together. Okay, just remind me that I have to put 1/2 teaspoon and grind up pepper. Okay, now we need some oil. Now I am going to do this, I think, in my Dutch oven. Yes, I am. How much oil do you want me to put in here? 1/4 of a cup of oil, which is, like I've told you, 4 tablespoons. Can I use the tomato one? No, it's got water in it. It'll splatter. Don't worry, I'm going to bring you over here. I'm just putting the 4 tablespoons of oil in my Dutch oven right now. Yeah, we might need more of this, so leave this out. I'm using corn oil. They said you can use olive oil or any oil you wish. You're going to heat this up. Yay, we're at the cooking stage. I'll be right back. I have to go get the wash and then we'll start cooking. Okay, we're going to heat the Dutch oven up now. You've got 4 tablespoons of oil in it. We're going to heat that oil up. Now we are going to heat the oil up, and then we're going to put this eggplant that we've diced up, and then we're going to take the salt and pepper mixture that we have made, and we're going to sit there. Just trying to make sure that you get there. I just hope I don't turn you off or knock you over again. So when this gets hot, we're going to pour all this eggplant in here. We're going to sprinkle it with salt and pepper, and we are going to cook them till they are soft, then we're going to take them out. Just think this goes over pasta, and I'm saying, God, this sounds really, really good. So see, that was a lot of prepping that we did. It actually took 30 minutes, 40 some odd minutes, just doing all the prepping and getting it all ready to move. A lot of people sit there and say, I know, just give me what I need to prep. No, it's got to be shown. So we just have to wait for this to get hot. And then we're going to be moving forward. Now we sit there and cook this eggplant, and once it's soft, we're going to put it back in the bowl. But they don't want you to add salt and pepper till you put it in here and then put the salt and pepper on it. They're very specific about that. Now the person who shares this recipe, he said this recipe we're making is a slightly more elegant version of a dish I used to make as a starving student. He says it's still enough to squeeze it to a limited budget since it only uses a little bit of meat, which is a pound. I laughed when I read that. Oh God, all of us are up there in age, we remember those days when it was bad. Last time I thought I had it hot enough for the meatloaf, or part of the meatloaf stick. This has to be hot or stuff sticks to it. This is why it's really important. So we wait. That's why I say, thank God I'm old. I would not want to be young today. I'd have a whole life to go through. I couldn't understand why my grandparents would tell me that. I'm so glad to be old. See, they gave me, this is the way I look at life. We're in school right now. Yeah, that's pretty hot down there. We're in school. When we're born, we go to school. And we stay in school until we learn whatever lessons we have to learn and do whatever we have to do, and then we go back home. That's how I see it. So that's why I say, thank God I'm old. I think I went through a lot of my lessons. I pray I passed, but I have no idea. I just keep fingers crossed. Okay, now you're gonna put the eggplant in. Hear that sizzle? That's what we want. Now here's my salt and pepper that I told you about. We're gonna put it on. They want to put it on at this time and nowhere else. Do not go lower, you localize it. They always say go high, you get a better spread of what you're looking for. Now, I have a half a teaspoon of pepper I'll have to grind now. Where did I put it? You remember where we put it? Let's see if I can find where it goes. Oh, it goes with the ginger, okay. Let me get it, pound it, get it in there. I might not put this in there. And now we have to wait 7 minutes to cook this until it gets nice and soft, and then we're going to put it in there. So we'll see. It doesn't take long to put the dishes together. Once you have everything laid out and you've done all the prepping, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Before we even started this, we had 5 bowls already set with the seasonings and everything. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. When I'm done with this, I'm going to be making some pasta. Because they say wide pasta, and you put this over it. So they want all of this really, really soft. Some of these dishes I really enjoy because there's so many vegetables in them. The only thing I have to make is a vinaigrette or a dressing. Dressings are when they're made with sour cream, mayonnaise, mustard, and stuff like that. But your vinaigrettes are always oil and vinegar. That's why they're called vinaigrettes. So most people feel more comfortable with, they just call them all dressings, but they really aren't. But they're pretty much similar, it's just different ingredients that you put in. You're not going to believe it, but this is really smelling good. Boy, do I look tired today, yeah. I do, and I am. I've been going since before 4 o'clock. Before. Turn you way down because I'm taking stuff out of here. Now, if you have to add oil to it. And now we're going to add leeks and the carrots. I am going to add just a little bit, only because it really soaked it up. So the carrots and leeks are going to go in, and we're going to be sauteing them, which means we're semi-cooking them. That's exactly what it means. It's like a pre-cook before you put the whole dish together. Now we're going to cook this under medium heat and put the lid on it. I remember where I put the lid. Now we're putting the lid on this one. All right, it's done. We'll add this up. Move this over here. So it's going to take a few minutes, all right? And I'll be back. Check the onions and the leeks often. Stir them around and put the lid back on. Just to keep an eye on them. Get them pre-cooked. Yeah, because they will stick and burn. So you stir them around and you'll see moisture building up in them. See? Okay, we're getting ready to add the lamb. Hold on a minute. You're losing your balance a bit. They want you to break it up as it browns. And you know the garlic and ginger, salt, pepper, all that, put this in with it. Cooking all this together now. Really coming together nice. You can smell it. So keep breaking the lamb up. Okay, we're going to brown this up completely, and then we're going to be adding more, and getting it ready to cook. And you can see as the fat cooks out, you're deglazing your pot at the same time. Okay. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of water soon. I'm coming over. I'll be bringing it. Like I said, get 2 tablespoons of water. You're going to need it. You want all this meat brown first, and then you add the 2 tablespoons of water. That's going to help deglaze even more. And we're at a high heat. Well, really for a Dutch oven, if it's medium, it's on high because I feel this is cast iron. I cannot shake the feeling that it's cast iron. But once all the meat is brown, I'm going to add the water, just like that. And that is to remove all the bits and pieces that have stuck to the bottom. And as you can see, look, see how clean it is? Cleans it right up. I think we're getting ready to add everything. Okay, you're putting the eggplant back in. And you know all of this that we put together? It's all going in. This is a big, hearty meal. And you put it over pasta. If you make your own pasta, oh, you have an excellent dinner here. Okay, now we need 1/4 of a cup of yogurt to add into it. Well, it's just about I'm just finishing up this bottle. I'm going to turn this down because I know they want it really, really low. Okay, you're going to cook this for 30 minutes with the lid on a very, very low heat. You don't want it to burn. I'm trying to get you set back up. So that's it for now, for at least 30 minutes. Okay, I'll see you 30 minutes and we'll finish putting that dish together. Okay, it's done. Now what you're going to have to do is put some cilantro in here and another 1/4 of a cup of yogurt. Now they state if it's dry, add more liquid. If it's too watery, sit there and take the lid off and let it evaporate. According, taste it for salt and pepper. Right now I have to go get the yogurt so I can put this in here. They want 1/2 cup of cilantro added in. I'm using dry. I bought so many fresh herbs I didn't need anymore. And we're going to taste it for salt and pepper. It's hot enough at this point, so let's see if it's a 1/4. That should be a tablespoon and a teaspoon. Yeah, about that much. Because I'm using dry. Taste it for salt, so let me go get a spoon. We'll find out. Salt. It has a very unique taste, which is different. But you can see it's a big dish. That's it. If you want it a little more spicy, you can add some more black pepper if you wish. I'm very content with the meal just the way it is. So, that's it. You take care and have a great day today.